Hello, my lovely Cancerians, and a very warm welcome to your March 2023 horoscope forecast. I did say this is going to be a full busy month. So let me just go through your month, how specifically it'll look for you, my lovely Cancerians. On the 3rd of the month, we've got Mercury coming into this 9th house. So there's a big activation in this 9th house, and the 9th house has to do with traveling, exploring new lands. It also has to do with higher learning, expanding your knowledge, and it also has to do with international business, international relationships, connecting with people from all 4 corners of our world and possibly beyond, and also your spiritual journey, finding more meaning and more depth in your life. So you may find yourself studying, learning, teaching, writing around these metaphysical subjects. And also all kinds of other subjects. It's going to be a very good time for publishing something, getting something out into the world that you may have been working on for a while, or maybe you've just got some ideas that you'd like to share with others that could be helpful and uplifting. On the 7th of the month, we've got a full moon happening here in your 3rd house. Wherever the full moon falls for the month is an area of your chart, a life area, to look at a little more in depth, okay? Because the moon shines a light on this area. And the 3rd house has to do with travel. So you might be making some travel plans, changing some travel plans. It has to do with learning, studying. So you may decide, yes, I really need to study. I want to extend my skills in a particular area. So you might be looking at that. It's also about communications generally, contracts, deals, negotiations. All this may be an area that you want to look at in some more detail. And it's also wonderful for any kind of networking, marketing, sharing of information generally. So one of the big pieces of news is that Saturn changes signs. So Saturn will go into your 9th house, all right? And it's going to be there for the next 3 years. So this is a big deal. So what does it mean to have Saturn in the 9th house? Well, the 9th house has to do with this energy of raising your vibration, your frequency. And Saturn wants you to do it in a very tangible way. So not so much airy-fairy stuff, but what skills do I need to learn? Do I need to get a degree? Do I need to get a qualification? What could I share that is tangibly of value to others? It's an opportunity to really upgrade the workings of your mental energy and the power of your mind. You have an incredibly powerful mind, but are you using it in positive ways that are uplifting for you and the people that you interact with? So this is going to be very powerful. You may find that you travel for work. You may even relocate as a result of a work situation changing and bringing some kind of opportunity for you. There's a lot in that, and I'll share more as the months go along. On the 17th of the month, Venus comes to join Uranus in the 11th. This can bring you exciting new friendships, even a romance coming out of a friendship. It can bring you new connections and also just serendipitous meetings, synchronicities happening. And it's like, wow, didn't expect to meet this person or this kind of energy. These groups of people that you might connect with, that you really resonate with. And there's really like a buzz that goes on. It's exciting. On the 20th of the month, we've got Mercury coming into the 10th house. Mercury on the 20th, the Sun and a new moon on the 21st. So big focus as we move through the month onto this 10th house, my lovely Cancerians. And the 10th house has to do with your career, your work. So for some of you, it can be new beginnings, a new chapter starting, new opportunities, new possibilities for you. It's also a good time for just looking at, how can I contribute? What do I want to give? And you can do it in simple ways. Yes, you don't have to become a prime minister or the CEO of a big company. You may just give it in the special food that you create. You might be a good grower of food. You might create beautiful flowers. Maybe you create beautiful paintings that people like, or maybe you make clothes. Whatever it is that you do, how can you contribute it? And how can you make it known and seen to others? And it might just be to your family or a loved one, but it's just bringing you out a little more. Sometimes Cancerians, you do hide a little, sometimes. And then the other big news is that Pluto will change sign. It goes into your 8th house until June. Then it'll go briefly for a few months back into the 7th house. And then it'll be in the 8th house for 20 years. So this is a big shift. And the most important and usually noticeable times are when the planets make the shift between the signs. So once it's already there for a long time, you kind of get used to it. It's a bit like a picture on the wall. After a while, or even a quote, you've stopped reading it because you just know it's there. You don't take it in anymore. But you notice when there's a shift, when there's a new color or something happens. So this shift will be noticeable. Pluto into the 8th. This is a time for really taking your power, releasing all the old skeletons from the closet from the past, letting go of old traumas, and really delving into the depths of you. Yes, this can be wonderful for your metaphysical journey, your spiritual journey. There's obviously a lot to say about this, and I will say a lot more as we go through these next months. But just to say, it's a profoundly strong placement for you, and you'll be able to find strength and inner reserves that you possibly didn't know you had before. On the 26th of the month, Mars comes into your sign, lovely Cancerians. This should be a boost of energy for you. Yeah, movement, forward momentum. You may have felt stuck for quite a while. That Mars in your first is good for your health. It's good for action. It's good for activity, for exercise, for new projects, for launches, and just generally a moving forward momentum. So there you have it, my lovely Cancerians. I wish you a wonderful March, and I thank you for liking, subbing, commenting, and sharing. Bye for now.